Hello and welcome back to another episode on the Otlichno SMP server. I'm going to try a little bit of a different format this episode. Instead of doing like a purely update, do like a progress video like I used to do. So where I just do updates, like I say what I'm going to work on, I work on it off camera, and then I update, etc. Just because I think that's a little bit better of a format than just a pure like tour of what had already been done. But anyway, I'm still doing most of the progress live on Twitch. Links in the description as per usual. You can also follow the Twitter to have more accurate updates for when I'll be streaming. Then anyway, today we're just going to work more on our base. You can see I've done a little bit of work on the outside part. Definitely need to blend it in a little bit better, and I'm thinking a banner would be a good thing to add there. Maybe not even like an actual Minecraft banner, but more of a flag. Let's just go over there for now and check what's all been done out, because I've done a little bit more on stream since last video, such as making my redstone gate, that I have a tutorial for, by the way. Might link that, yeah, I'll link that in the description as well if you want to check that out. But this is the top part of the structure so far. I think what should help it is if I add more pillars going all the way down, because that will make it look a lot more full than just one awkward pillar like that. But my amazing storage system, it's not good at all. Also, I got netherite stuff. I did all the mining off camera just because it's not the most exciting thing to do. And then I've cleared out a ton of area in here just to start expanding the base, because as I've said before, I want it to kind of be like the Elven King's Hall from Lord of the Rings slash Hobbit, to where it's a few different, I guess, platforms for different areas of the base connected by bridges. And then once I have Elytra and or Ender Pearls, I can just teleport slash fly to wherever I want really quickly. But yeah, so for now I'm gonna work on this outside part, and then I'll be back once I've made more progress on that. Oh, and also the gate works, because I forgot to press the button before. But yeah, I needed to make a slight change or an update to it since 1.16, I think, but everything else is still exactly the same as the tutorial. Yep, I'll be back with more progress. Okay, I changed my approach for the support structure a little bit. Now it's more or less just built into the, I guess, cave wall instead of being supported by the ground, and I think that looks a ton better. And then if we go up to the top, I changed the arch, like the curve of it a little bit as well, to where it's a bit straighter on the, well, it's overall just a bit straighter. Then I replaced the cobblestone wall here with a solid block, just because it works a little bit better. And there's a little entrance archway here, because why not? Yeah, I'll probably add more details like leaves and whatnot growing down everywhere eventually. But for now, I'm just working on the general shape of everything. And next, I'm gonna clean up the ceiling a bit. Probably won't add too many details to everything. I just want it to not look like that for obvious reasons. So I'll be back after that. Alright, I have the like exterior walls fully blended in. I just filled in the little gap over there because it's not enough room to really have anything else work out. And then I cleaned up the upper parts, and then I finished off a small part of the exterior on the left side. And then next we're just going to work on those back walls, like to either side of the door. And right now I'm thinking of a water feature with 2 different levels on each side. So we'll have like an upper level to it like there, and then it drops down to another level like that. Then I'll just figure out all the spacing and all that, then I'll be back after it's built. Okay, I spent way too long on these tiny water features. I accidentally recorded the entire thing, and it took me 43 minutes to make this. Well, the same thing over there as well, but still. I guess what kind of made it take a lot longer than it should have was I tried the like 2-tiered thing for a while, but there's just not enough space to make that work well. So I opted for this water feature instead, where it's more or less just a little like waterfall, I suppose. And then I have the same exact thing over there. And now that it's kind of, I guess, more so lopsided like this, I'll probably rework the ceilings to be more lopsided as well, if that makes sense. To where it's more slanted going up to the water instead of it being very symmetric like this. And then as I said before, same exact thing over here. I think for the time being I want it to be fairly symmetric. You know, in terms of like the entrance part of it anyway, but then asymmetric for the actual details. Okay, actually that would probably be a good thing to do as well. Work on the path to actually connect to the Brightstone Cavern over here. Because I think that would be a good thing for the spawn town area overall, is to actually make paths connecting everything. Because that might also be good for people who haven't started a build yet, because they'll see where they can easily branch off to make a build. Okay, so I think, yeah, I'll work on the paths next. And then I might also at least kind of make an outline for what I want the interior to be like. Okay, it's another day, and I messed around with my OBS settings a little bit, so it should hopefully sound better now. I'm also using my CPU to record now, because I noticed when recording with my GPU, the recording would like randomly freeze every now and then, which, sorry about that, I guess, but I'm not going to re-record stuff because it kind of breaks the flow of the video, but it is what it is. Anyway, I still need to make the path over here. I'll probably end up using primarily gravel and like cobblestone andesite, maybe, that type of deal. So that will come down here, and then we'll like blend it into this landing instead of having it be like a hard cutoff with like a border block like smooth stone. And then from here, you come up to the, I guess, landing or entrance landing, whatever you want to call it. And then I did update this part a little bit. And actually, now that I look at it, we could probably use another vine right there, but I'll mess around with it a little bit more later. I also added some moss around like the edge of the water just to make it a little bit more visible, because before it was only under the water, which you didn't really see it, and I want more greenery in the base anyway. Now I did not exactly the same thing, but the same idea over here as well. Then, like I said in the last update, I was going to at least start planning out the interior, and I've done exactly that. And I also raised the ceiling another, like, look up and mind level. It could probably use another one of those, but I think after that we might be a little bit short on space if we want to do more, like, terraforming and whatnot above that still. Anyway, my current plans for the interior are to have, like, a landing here where there will be a balcony and then 2 diagonal bridges going off to the sides. One is going up, the other going down. And then from here, like, you can see a bridge going back in that way, and then another bridge going back inwards on the other side. I think the way I want to do it is to have like a, I don't know, maybe like a tree or a pillar or a tower or something here. That way, even though like the intersection will be at different levels for the bridges coming back to the center, we'll have like an elevator or something in that area to quickly transition between the 2 levels. That way, if we're on like the top left side of the base, we can get to the bottom right fairly easily. Other than that, like with these landings, there will be 3 pillars and then like a platform here that will go into the actual part of the base. Then in that, we'll probably also have like staircases and whatnot to change elevations as well, and smaller like platforms or bridges coming out at random places just to get around easier. Anyway, I think that will be it for this video. If you liked it, please leave a like, subscribe, whatever, you know, the typical spiel. And I'll keep trying to do these type of update videos. We'll see how frequent they are because classes are starting back up again, so time will be a little bit iffy for a little bit. But again, I do most of the progress on Twitch, so if you want to see that live, you can follow the links down in the description. I'll see you all next episode.